Hello. Oh no, my mic. Why are you doing this to me? I love this. We're doing so good. It's been a month, and you can definitely tell. Welcome to the Rolling Nomads for our Witcher TTRPG actual play. I am your game master for tonight, Gilbert Ramos. My camera's off and like wiggly and like lower than it usually is, so we're starting off real good. So let's go ahead and just jump right into meeting our players, shall we?
Hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. I stream at Druid by Night, and I will be playing the Mage, Cersei Aveline.
Hello, everybody. I am the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, uh, or Rachel. Uh, I will be playing Ingrid of Sintra.
What's up? I'm Edge. I play Nyoka, Viper Witcher.
If I was a wiser man, I would have fixed my camera while everyone was doing their intros, but I am not a wise man. That's okay, though. We're fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Again, no announcements, and with our players having been met, let's jump into a long overdue episode of Witcher Ways of Old. Before we jump straight into things, though, let's pick up, because it has been a month in real time. Let's go ahead and get a recap, shall we? Ingrid, I believe you volunteered yourself.
Yes, I did. Last time, I would say, barely managed to talk our way out of a confrontation with the Queen of the Night at her establishment, thanks to the swift tongue of Cersei and Nyoka going along with it. um, then we reconvened over at a tavern, to my knowledge. I believe that's what happened next, and had a few drinks. Ingrid and Cersei started out with mead, but then Nyoka came with a quite an interesting drink that Ingrid just had to try for herself as well. What was that concoction again? Because that was like thick, minty, sickly sweet almost, and managed to pretty much not knock them on their ass, but Ingrid and Nyoka were quite inebriated by the end of that little session, leaving for some chaos to happen after we were trying to walk our way back home to Cersei's shop. Um, Nyoka and Ingrid going off on their way across town, looking for various ways to approach the vampires at the party. Probably inadvertently letting a few civilians know that there were, in fact, vampires at the party. Cersei keeping up and trying to wrangle the two of them. I believe Ingrid and Nyoka tried to go to the blacksmith to order like 300 silver swords. And that was not possible, so Ingrid instead ordered just a silver knife to be created for herself for the party. Um, and then my recollection slowly fades there. I feel like we ended up going back to no, we ended up going back to Cersei's shop, and then we had a little bit of an alchemy session.
Oh,
The group alchemy session, where Nyoka tested the fates, if you will, by throwing together a bunch of different things. And what was the specific item that was created?
Zaracanian fire.
Yep.
Oh gods. Yes, indeed. And Ingrid failed to create. I think I was trying to create a swallow potion and it failed, and I still drank it to test it out. Oh man. But yes, after that, I believe we called it a night, if I'm correct.
You indeed are correct. We join our heroes now. Before we jump into this as well, just a quick reminder for our giveaway. We will be announcing the winner at the end of the stream to give those just getting off work or those that may work a little later or have a longer commute some chance to to enter in as well. So at the end of the stream today, we'll be announcing our giveaway winner. But jumping into this, we join our heroes the morning after, the day of the party for these individuals, these outsiders coming to assess the city. All of you are... Yes, Nyoka?
No, just a question. So what type of? Because I forget what type of information did the lady give me to have an upper hand on the guests again?
Oh, right. I forgot about that. That's another little thing. Nyoka did step away for a little bit to go to visit the Queen of the Night.
Yeah, I just made some friends, and because I remember last session you said there was an exorbitant amount of information, helpful things that'll help us in our fighting.
Mhm.
You know,
There
if you-
is... so for Nyoka, for your knowledge, and you can choose to share this with your companions the morning of. When it comes to the people you're about to face, they are masters of trickery. They, in regards to like their weaknesses and such, you already got a lot of that from Elodie. But in regards to like their tactics, they're going to blend in. They're going to attempt to maintain an air of humanity while they're present at the party. That is perhaps your best bet, is the fact that they are staying hidden or trying to stay hidden. The abilities of these individuals range from causing nightmares to draining life force from those that they touch, as well as mimicry and illusions. Yeah, you have quite a lot to deal with.
okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Somebody's dying.
It's gonna be something.
It'd be me.
Oh, is this gonna be a TPK day? Let's go.
Oh my god.
We join our companions. Now waking up to start their morning. It is the day of the party. You have to retrieve your outfits from your tailor. Yeah. The morning is yours. You can decide amongst yourselves who you wish to would wake up first, or who would reasonably wake up first.
Well, being that it's a party, Cersei is up at the crack of dawn, getting ready. Ready to go pick up the clothes and anything else they might need, pick up makeup to replenish her stock. And she's not being quiet about it either.
I would say if she's definitely not being quiet about it, considering Ingrid's been posted up outside her door sleeping. She probably hears a as she's doing that, as Ingrid wakes up, and she's gonna get up and start doing stretches.
I'm sleeping.
Sleeping
Understood.
soundly.
Noga sleeping soundly from a rigorous evening. Cersei, Ingrid, you may decide when and if you encounter one another, or if you decide to go wake up Nyoka as well. Scene is yours.
Yeah, she'll just come downstairs. Again, not being quiet about it. Morning, good morning, good morning. Wake up. It's time to wake up. We have to get ready.
Ingrid will kneel down next to Nyoka and start shaking his shoulder.
Nyoka, if you feel a light pressure on one of your shoulders.
If it is it a dream? It has to be a part of the dream.
Oh,
It's a
you're not
dream.
dreaming. Wake up. Oh my god.
All right, I'll wake up.
Make me get the wine.
So today's the day.
Hey, this day.
I know we're witchers and our constitutions are a lot higher for handling stuff, but considering the concoction that we drank, do we actually have hangovers?
No, just a light tingle in the back of your head, likely.
Well, last night was quite interesting. I hope
Yes, it was a lot.
we didn't cause too much trouble, did we, Cersei?
You could say there was some.
Oh no, we didn't give ourselves away, did we?
You could say you did.
Oh no.
Did anybody die?
Thankfully, no.
Oh, then we're fine.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, I have errands to run, so
Well,
Don't we all have to pick up our outfits for the evening?
mm-hmm. He should be open any minute now.
Shall we, as a group, make our way there then?
Sure. Let's do that.
Are you all right? You seem a little on edge.
We're about to attend a masquerade ball full of vampires. Yeah, you could say I'm a little on edge.
oh, that reminds me. Um, vampires. I'll give them a skinny on what I learned.
Is that? I heard you leave last night. Is that where you
left
went?
last night?
Yeah, I was running errands, or an errand. Yeah.
Do you tell us where you got this information from?
Do you ask?
Where did you get this information from?
I tell. I forget her name. Out of character.
She is simply known as the Queen of the Night.
Oh my.
That seems quite daring.
Little. Never mind. We ready to go?
Do I notice like anything on his expression as he says that he went to go visit the Queen of the Night?
Oh, what would you be attempting to notice? You just looking for any little hints of embarrassment, any regret? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to study to see if trying to study him to see like what his emotions are on the subject, if you will.
Nyoko, are you remaining stoic?
I mean, yes, but it's also not an attempt to hide anything. It's just he's nonchalant. It's a transaction.
Understood. I'll have you roll, Ingrid, human perception.
Oh wow, it's been a little bit.
And
Let me open my character sheet.
Nyoka, you can choose to roll either deceit or just straight charisma.
Human perception is 3 plus. It's empathy, right?
Correct.
Okay, empathy. So 3 and 7. So 10 plus. 7, 17.
17.
5.
Nyoko,
Wow.
what does Ingrid pick up?
There's no regret. There's no it was nothing to him. It was a mere transaction of sorts. He doesn't
Interesting.
see what the big issue is. Especially after especially from you two repeatedly stopping him from killing monsters. So
Well, in that case, Ingrid is going to say, I'm proud of you. You're taking steps into being able to trust those who, well, maybe not trust, but at least give a chance to those who may not have complete ill intent.
Well, almost a little hypocritical, actually.
Everybody learns. What is it that there's a saying that I used to hear, is that we all start at different stages and learn and grow in that way. We all start somewhere. And this seems like a very positive step, does it not?
Pose.
I wouldn't necessarily call it growth.
A step is a step.
A step is a step, and I am going to take a step out the door.
There's something off. Are you okay?
She'll spit on her heel. I've been to many parties. This is what I do. I've not been to a party where I'm expecting everything to go total shit, and we're all going to die. So, yes, I'm a little on edge.
Well, makes sense, but this is kind of every day for Nyoka and myself. Do not worry. You have 2 Witchers with you as well, and you are quite powerful.
Mm-hmm.
This will be a fantastic party, hopefully.
Yeah.
Ingrid is going to try to give a comforting smile as she says that. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it kind of looks like the Terminator trying to give a smile.
Bird.
Yeah, in all honesty, if we were to die, I think it would be quick. So
I hope so.
Better to die facing off face to face against the opponent rather than being killed in one's sleep.
Depends on who you ask. But sure, yeah.
Shall we get our garments?
Yes. I'm sure at this point he's going to chastise me for being late.
Then let us go. And Ingrid will follow.
To Vassald.
3 of you depart. Ready to head to Vassal the Tailor. In order to face off tonight with the party to greet the Burgrave of Bear Keep. You make your way through the streets. Any conversation, any preparation along the way? If not, a brief skip.
I mean, breakfast would be nice.
Oh yeah, I should probably eat.
I'm just messing if y'all don't want to, but
No, I always forget to eat when I'm this stressed out.
A quick bite is had. No need to get into detail unless you guys would like to get into detail.
well, I feel like detail is always good before.
This is how we miss the party for another session.
It's true. Give me vivid detail on what you eat, Nyoka. What do you order?
Well, I would really like a 72 layered biscuit.
Ooh.
You get a biscuit.
Can I get biscuits and gravy?
You get biscuits and gravy.
Thank you.
How many layers are in the biscuit?
It's unfortunate there are not 72 layers, no.
I trash it.
Oh my god.
Fair.
Luna, what do you get for breakfast?
Yeah, I don't know.
Food.
Give her the soup of the day.
God, no.
Excellent. Breakfast is had. Our companions have a meal. I'll say that in this moment, perhaps there's not a lot of comfort knowing what you're about to face, but there is a little bit more. There's a slight recompense. in this moment, having filled your bellies. Your journey continues. You make your way to Visald, your tailor who has crafted 3 fine garments for you. Now, you've gave descriptions as to what you would like for these to be whenever you first visited the tailor. I'll leave this to you to see what he gives you. You guys have had a month to figure out what exactly, for descriptions of what you guys are wearing.
That's crazy because I
believe in
had
you.
mine and I forgot what it was.
I love that.
Wait, so you forgot not only yours, but remember you were the one that was giving a description for
Yes.
Ingrid's as well.
Yep. Yeah, I had both of those in my noggin, and they're not there anymore.
It's almost like a month passed.
That's crazy.
I mean, at the beginning, I said dealer's choice. Just add some purple and black in it.
And you were adamant on a hood.
I
Vusald was
remember.
adamant on not giving you a hood. He, in fact, tried to barter with maybe just a higher collar.
We're talking 1980s, like popped collar.
More like 1800s pop collar, but yeah.
Assassin's Creed style hood.
Nyoka, what does Vusald give you per your specifications?
Describe your drip.
Assassin's Creed clothing with black and purple accents.
In the style of Altair Ezio.
Ezio was fancy.
I was about to say Ezio feels more masquerade ball kind of stylization.
I'll go with Ezio.
Got that Italian flair to it.
Okay. The hood loosely folds into a larger upturned collar that reaches about the just above you where your earlobes is.
I didn't ask for that, but okay.
He took some creative liberties to try to make it look a little more party presentable rather than just assassin chic. He gives you this. It's all dark leathers and fabrics with purple accents. There is a slight note of his own personal design. You can see some silver trim along the interior of the garments themselves, along with
gold, but okay.
you can see that the interior is, of course, looks like purple silks, again with the silver lining on the interior. Yeah, it's Yoko. What do you think?
Like I said, I would have preferred gold. It's but you know, that's what happens when you leave it to others.
He smiles to you as he passes this
I didn't
over.
say that out loud.
Is this well, that was going to be my next question. Is you said it out loud?
No.
What do you say to him as he passes it off to you?
Oh, this is exactly what I was looking for. I appreciate it.
Smiles broadly and gives a bow and says, "I aim to please." Next up, Ali goes over to Ingrid of Sintra. Cersei, you had been tasked with describing Ingrid's garments.
Okay, I got it. So, I remember he was talking about the color blue.
Accentuates
Okay.
her eyes. Will he wish to express and show off the broadness of her shoulders to accentuate the features that were there rather than try to hide them. There is an open back, I'd say, from the previous discussion, attempting to show off the muscular features of Ingrid, a little bit more sensual than sexual. With that, what do you design?
So yes, I'm being called to like a midnight blue.
Ooh.
And floor length, obviously. Low cut, so showing shoulders and clavicle and cleavage. Open back, obviously. And with a slit up the right leg.
Indeed. He passes this along to you, Ingrid. Along with this, he adds his own creative flair. In addition to the gown he lays out in front of you, it's looking at it, Ingrid. It's going to be not skin tight, but it is going to accentuate your body a bit, which is, I would hazard to say, not something you're quite used to. With this, seeing what is your first impression, seeing that it's going to show off the Cersei's key features, the what did you say? Shoulders, clavicle, cleavage.
Yeah.
Never get that out of my head for the rest of my life.
Never.
That sounds like it should be a saying,
Yeah.
like she's like a brand vibe. The moment Ingrid sees the dress, you've seen her angry, you've seen her very sad, you've seen her go Witcher still for combat. This is the first time any of you have seen her slightly flustered, almost vulnerable in that moment. This is a woman who never thought she could be pretty in any sort of way, and always just has always seen herself more as a weapon. Aaron being the exception in the past, so it's been years since she's had any sort of semblance of that feeling. She looks at the dress in her hands. She clutches it to her chest. And she says, "Thank you. I like it." Steps back to the group, and Ingrid or Cersei and Nyoka, you can see on her pale skin, for the first time, she's blushing. She is absolutely blushing. And as soon as she's next to Cersei, she says, "Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't make it.
You
Are you
helped
sure?
this time."
He,
What was that?
go
Are
on.
you sure?
What?
Are you sure that's what you wanted?
Yes.
Vusald steps in front of Nyoka with something in his arms, a bit shorter than Nyoka, but kind of steps up and says, "Of course, it's what she wanted." He hands off this thing to you. It looks like it's made of just completely made of fur. It's very poofy and fluffy. He presses it into your hands. You can feel it's very fine. It's like freshly made, perhaps. This is a type of animal fur. He explains to you, "It's just a shawl. You strike me as the type of individual who's a bit nervous to show off the key features. So this will wrap around your shoulders. You keep your upper shoulders exposed. If you wish to cover up a bit, you can tighten in. Plus, it gives you something to do with your hands. I take it you're a nail biter, perhaps. Maybe in social situations you don't really know what to do with your hands. This you can play with the fur, and no one will be the wiser."
That was to me, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Where's
Thank
the
you. I love it. I absolutely love it. She can't take her eyes off the dress.
He gives a bow, and then kind of shoots Nyoka a look.
Well, oh, you shouldn't. You shouldn't lie if you don't like it, Ingrid. That's
There's a she turns kind of a furrowed brow, a little bit of frustration towards Nyoka, and she says, "I am being as honest as I usually am."
I'm gonna scrutinize it, and he's going to be listing is going to be all utility things that he just doesn't agree with. You
Yeah.
know, the exposed skin. What happens if poison contact, blades? There's undergarments, the slit legs. It's movement, but
You're gonna hate mine then.
that length is just going to get tangled up on something.
You're gonna hate
Yeah.
mine.
Ingrid clutches the dress closer to her chest. She does not answer, but she looks very frustrated.
Vusald
Chainmail undergarments.
places another garment in front on the counter. Cersei, this is yours, if you care to describe what you had given Vusald and what he has come up with.
Okay. So it is Pinterest, please. It is black and it ombres into red at the bottom. Um
Mm.
Rather than having the exposed shoulder with the same vibe, it's instead a very low cut V, very low cut, like belly button, low cut. Um, and it is the sleeves are long and they're a little poofy at the shoulders, but they come down into very long sleeves, but they reach the floor, or about just her ankles, rather. Same black to red effect.
That's so fucking cool.
Excellent. This is unaltered by Usold, untouched by his own personal recommendation or his own personal maker's mark or touches himself. Um, it is a bit tighter than expected, Cersei. That's the only specification that may have been deviated from. But he lays in front of you and says, "Pleasure to work with you always, dear."
Anyways, I'll have to be back. Oh, and our masks.
The masks, yes. He lays out 3 masks for you all. They match the styles of the dresses themselves as well. Nyoka, yours, given the previous statements that you've been made, seems a bit heavier. As he places it on the table, it has a little bit more of a sound to it as it drops. You gather it's not just made of the typical materials of like wood or layered papers and such.
I'll try that one.
Feels good. It fits well to your face. It's disturbingly well to your face. It molds to your brow line, your where your sockets and your nose sit. It's like a second. I wouldn't say a second skin, but it doesn't. You don't feel any discomfort as you place it over. It's perfectly molded to your face.
There's no magical vibrations on it.
No.
Okay.
I have a pretty.
I'm still high.
Say again, Yoko.
So my suspicions are still high. Thank you.
Understood. Ingrid, you had something.
I was gonna say I had a pretty bougie idea to go with the dress description. So the mask that Ingrid would be given for this one, it actually feels kind of perfect for the one that I got for myself IRL. It looks almost metallic in nature, completely, but it's a form of would be best for like a fabric of that type to kind of look slightly sheeny metallic. Not suede, right? Or
Definitely not suede. Oh God, I'm blanking. I have one in mind and I'm blanking.
I used to
That's
know.
crazy.
I used to know what it was called, but it's made out of that material that's kind of like has a shine to it. And it's silver to match the midnight blue, or to go with the midnight blue vibe. And the filigree that lines the mask. And I'm saying this because of how much money we're spending on these dresses, for how much money Ingrid paid them. It's lined with silver.
Understood. Well done. Cersei, I believe your mask is a lot more less functional, more fashionable, correct?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely it is.
believe you've gone with a lace or almost filigree aesthetic.
Absolutely.
Excellent. It doesn't hide much, but it certainly adds a necessary air of mystique, especially when paired with the dress itself. Usold looks all of you over and says, beautiful. You're all going to look lovely. I can't wait to hear the news. When is the
When-
party?
I'm sorry, one more time.
When is the party? I know it's tonight, but when? What time? What time frame?
Were we even told the time? I don't think we ever asked.
Crest of evening is when people will start to filter in, and it will be in full swing around, say, 8, 9 o'clock.
People are going to start coming in around twilight, and then 8 or 9 is when we should be expected to be dancing.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Can't wait
Dancing.
to hear the, You did learn to dance, didn't you, dear?
Oh yes. Maybe not completely well, but I did spend some time working for a noble doing some Witcher work, to be blunt about it. But he did teach me to dance because it was at a party as well.
I can promise you, even in that gown, if you just strut across the dance floor, people will turn their eyes to you. I promise you that.
White girl dance.
Yes.
Yes.
I look forward to hearing the reviews and the remarks that people make. Don't forget, just remember where you got them, and don't forget to say it loud and proud.
Always. Everyone knows where I get my dresses from.
Now, if you'll all excuse me, I am in need of some much-needed sleep. This was a rush order. You came in quite late, and I've been working non-stop to get to your exact specifications. I am so tired.
This is why you're the best and why we pay you.
Ingrid leaves 100 gold tip.
Understood. Lusold, ever the man of class, does not acknowledge the coin until he does not reach for it, does not let his eyes linger on it until you depart.
I like him.
Oh, he's my favorite.
I have one more. Even though we were very inebriated last night, I do remember ordering a silver dagger of my own to keep, and the slip on the dress is going to come. Looks to Nyoka. She says it's functionally handy for this.
Well,
So I must.
where are you gonna hide a dagger?
On my thigh.
This one doesn't go up that high.
Oh,
She can hide it.
I guess it's right. I could hide it in my no. I'll hide it. I'll find a place to hide it.
I mean, I'm bringing mine.
I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. But okay.
Ingrid is going to make her way to the blacksmith if anybody wants to join her.
Yeah,
Sure thing.
I'll be complaining along the way. You're concerned, Cersei, this morning, and that's what you're gonna wear. None of this is suited for combat. Like,
None of what I wear is suited for combat.
well, yeah, but with your concern, I would imagine some type of plate or any metal, really.
I mean, if he has a chain shirt handy, I'll put it under just for you.
It's not. This is protection.
That would actually look quite interesting considering the plunge of your dress.
That's right, it wouldn't work, and I will not be doing that, Nyoka. I'll just be in the back.
It could be a fashion
always.
statement.
What about you, Ingrid?
I will be fine.
You're going to be exposed.
I will be fine. She almost has like the kind of like it's kind of like a frustrated pleading face about a let me have this moment.
I mean, Miyoka doesn't recognize any of this. His mind is strictly on utility and combat.
I mean, what material did he use for yours? How protective is it really?
No, it's not metal or plate or anything, but my specific combat style fits well with light clothing.
Right. Well, so does mine.
Danger.
We'll be fine, or we won't. We'll just have to see.
If anything, we could also find a place to store our armor within the area, but I doubt that would even be functional. Never mind.
No, that's a good idea. If we could find such a place.
Do tell me you at least plan to carry your blades.
Oh, I do. That's why there's nothing on the back of the dress.
Okay.
That was a specific request from the Burgermeister as well, if I believe so, to draw attention to us as the heroes. It still bothers me that he did not deign to tell anybody else that the vampires were coming.
Because we
Saying
don't
this-
want to cause a
Oh.
citywide panic. Ingrid?
Fair. She's. Are we at the blacksmith yet?
You're.
Ingrid enters. Hello. I believe I came last night with a request.
Yes, yes, you did. He looks like he has not slept. His face is covered in soot and ash. He looks to the three of you and says, "What is there more?"
No, just what I had ordered last night. That is all. Unless either of you want anything as well while we're here.
I'm fine.
No, I'm fine.
What did you order?
I ordered a dagger.
You did. You did order a dagger. You did. You ordered a dagger. Dagger's not much more. A little bit of a fucking understatement. Just a mumble as he heads over to the forge itself. You can see unpolished, unpolished, like still a little scuffed and like still has a little bit of ash and the dross along the edges and the rough creases of the dagger itself. He presents a dagger. It's not his finest work. It's not pretty, but it will certainly do the trick, Ingrid.
It is perfect. After all, I did order function over beauty.
Yep, this'll definitely stab him.
Just picturing Fry from Futurama after he had 100
This'll
cups
get
of
him.
coffee.
This'll get him.
I appreciate your work. Here is a little bonus for your effort. I know this was very last minute, and the state that myself and Nyoka came here in last night was not the best, and she'll hand him 100 gold as well.
You said there were vampires.
Oh my god.
I did. She looks to Cersei with an apologetic look.
Should we be leaving?
It couldn't hurt at this point. Just
Or you might just be a free meal as you walk out. I don't know.
Are they here now? What time is it? He kind of peeks out an open window. Oh my god.
Here's, instead of 100 gold, she gives him 200 gold. It's just like,
Yeah.
get yourself and your family to safety if that'll help you. We will be there. This is why I ordered the dagger. This is why it's silver. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you so very much. The dagger that you had made me before was for her. Points to Cersei. So that also will be there. Plus, there's going to be a lot of silver weaponry there, so we should be okay. But still, if it makes you feel better, you should probably leave. At least for a couple of days.
Vacation.
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 I've had
Yes.
a vacation in so long.
Take a vacation.
Unless you wish to help.
I don't know how it would help.
I feel like he would just fall asleep dead at the fucking party.
I mean,
Take a nice, lovely vacation with your family or whoever, and don't worry or don't tell anybody else about vampires. Don't want to panic, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
plus no one will believe you.
He begins to gather up some of his things. You can see just kind of wrapping it in a leather, just some loose hide, folding his tools up.
Ingrid grabs the knife or the dagger that was made for her. She tests the weight, tests the balance.
Balance
does
is
some
good.
flourishes with it.
It's a bit light. Perhaps more silver was used in this creation than the previous. As a pure silver dagger would be quite to say brittle would be inaccurate, but it would be ineffective. A blending of metals and alloys needs to be done to create a silver dagger. But it is effective. The weight is good, or rather the balance is good. The weight's a little bit lighter than you would have hoped, but easier to throw maybe.
It is what it is, and it will work for what she needs it for.
This is where Nyoka comes in and compliments all the compliments you receive for the dress. He compliments the knife and the completion of the outfit with the dagger.
Understood. So, you guys have your clothing. You guys have the dagger from the overworked and overly terrified Smith. The rest of the day is yours. You have about 8 hours before the party. Is there anything you should prepare before heading in?
Considering the time, I do want to at least make, because I failed last session, I want to make at least 3 swallow potions. One for each of us. I know Cersei technically,
You can't drink that shit. I'll
technically
die.
can't, but in
You
a
can.
pinch, it's worth a try.
Great.
If you're already dying and this could save you, or you're dead, it's like that quest in Witcher 3.
You're right.
It's not gonna feel fucking good, but it might save your life. But yeah, so that's what Ingrid's gonna do. And once the potions are created, because she doesn't want to get any of the ingredients on the dress or anything like that, she would then start to change.
Understood. As previously discussed, your supplies are running a bit scarce, Cersei.
I gotta restock.
In order to create swallow potion, you need vitriol, aether, and I believe Kylum. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ingrid.
Here in inventory, where's swallow potion. It requires purple with arrow pointing left,
Vitriol.
blue with baby blue or robin's egg blue with arrow pointing down,
Aether.
and I'd say like a very lime green with a slash through it from top left to bottom right.
Kylum.
Okay.
So, really, Kylum is the issue. You want to create 3 swallow potion?
I will create as many as I can.
Cersei, do you allow this? This is your shop.
Yeah. It's not like I've been open for the last week anyway.
Rough. You may
Also,
create.
ingredients too. So
You do. With the ingredients in Cersei shop, you may create 2 swallow potion.
Okay,
But
so
that
that'll
is the
take.
end of your stores of Kylum. Cersei.
I get more.
Or
Okay,
Kylum
uh,
stores, I should say.
if you want to try, if you want to continue,
What was that?
I say I have 14 things of Kylum. If you want to continue,
Oh shit. Yeah, I can make. I'd be down to make as many as that would allow. Help us allow. Then, because we have what, 8 hours?
And swallow
And it takes
potion
30
is...
minutes per potion.
Mhm.
It's 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes with a DC of 16.
By all means.
Okay.
just remember, don't take too many at once.
Toxicity. Yes. So how many rolls am I making? If I'm making, or how many can I? How many can I possibly make?
Well, you have 8 hours. If you're going to get there starting at like 6, when people are starting to filter in, if you want to get some scoping done and whatnot, it's only about 10 a.m. So really, it's how much Kylum do you want to use? It's how much ingredients do you have?
I'll make 3. I will
Understood.
make 3, one for each of us in a pinch. Okay.
So, question.
Answers. Ingrid, go ahead and make
So-
your rolls while we answer Cersei's question.
That's craft alchemy, right?
Yes.
So, learning a novice spell takes 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
We've had 3 before the party.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there was obviously a day before that.
Versus 18.
Would I learn a spell in those last 4 days?
Yes, you had as well as some downtime before all this started kicking off as well. So absolutely. What spell would you like to learn, Cersei?
Anye, fireball.
Well, let's find out if you do, because there is some rules to be made when learning spells.
18, 17, and 17.
14.
Create 3 swallow potion, Ingrid.
Sweet.
Do I roll magical training? I forgot.
Let's find out together.
And I still have 3 vampire oils.
Spellcasting.
I have Zarkanian fire.
You do.
Let's just
Wow.
toss that. Let's just toss that into the party.
Absolutely do.
Definitely going to be used.
Learning magic. Find someone or a source to teach you, to learn from. Acquire the IP required to learn it. All things done. Spend an appropriate amount of time learning the spell. You must make an appropriate number of successful learning rolls with the magic in that time. So, for a novice spell, you need 10 IP. Days to learn, 4. Your learning DC is 14. Your learning checks. What is a learning check?
A learning check is how you learn things.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
I'm glad to be of service.
I learn things very well.
I learn good.
Learning. Study and practice.
I am so sorry that we have depleted your stocks for the most part. It's a good thing we didn't burn the store down, right?
Oh my god.
Nyoka, do not trip and drop the Zircanian fire in Cersei's store.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I heard my name. It cut out.
Must use the appropriate casting skill for your learning rolls. What is your
Yes.
casting skill?
Spellcasting?
Perfect.
Okay. I'll do that.
Requires 2 checks.
So the first one's a 19,
Excellent.
and then, ooh, even better. This one is a 22.
Excellent. You learn your new spell. Please describe it. What is this spell? What does it do, Cersei?
I'm excited.
Okay. So I have to scroll back up.
You can, of course, leave it for surprise if you'd like.
Oh no.
Cersei learns Ultima.
So she would leave it as a surprise if it wasn't fucking fireball. Allows you to throw a ball of pure fire at an opponent within range, a range of 12 meters. It does 46 damage and has a 75% chance of lighting the target on fire.
Bessie, didn't you say that Cersei wouldn't learn fire magic?
That was before a vampire party. That was before the vampire masquerade.
Fear does a lot to people, doesn't it?
That's crazy. She learned it from the book.
That sounds really cool, though.
Excellent.
So the last 4 days, she's just every evening she'll go outside and just like in the back of the store.
What's the splash damage on that?
There's no splash damage.
Okay.
Excellent. You have spells. You have potions. Anything else?
3 swallow, 3 vampire oils. We got to make sure to coat. That's something that so Ingrid has one for herself, one for Nyoka, and one for Cersei. She's going to spend a little bit of time at least showing Cersei how to coat. I can English. Coat her blade in the oil properly.
Okay.
Understood. So, if there is nothing else, you prepare. You have your discussions. Time passes. The day continues on. The sun lowers in the sky. And very soon, it is time to join the other partygoers as they make their way to the aforementioned location for this impromptu masquerade.
Oh my god, we're actually going to the party.
That's crazy.
I take it you all prepare. Take it you all dress.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Ingrid is going to probably change in Cersei's room so she can look at herself in probably the big mirror that Cersei has.
Cersei doesn't need to have a big mirror.
Understood.
And she actually, I'm not going to lie, considering everything, she probably will ask Cersei to help her get ready because she might not know how to put it on properly.
Oh no, yeah, Cersei will do her makeup.
Excellent. So, makeup is done. Gowns have been adorned. I am curious about the placement of weaponry.
Hehe.
I picture Cersei going full Palpatine with her dagger and just having it like on her arm.
Oh, absolutely. In the big sleeve.
Full Palpatine
Can I-
in the big sleeve.
Mm-hmm. Hidden in the big sleeve.
Understood. Nyoko, you had a question.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I wanted to try to stake out the place so I could stow my blades.
Absolutely. Let's have while swallow potions are being made, while spells are being toyed with and sort of experimented on, you head out and you scope the place out. Let's have a dexterity stealth, please.
Okay.
You got this. I believe in you.
Tens explode.
Nice.
Tens do indeed explode.
A lot of exploding happening.
18 plus Dex
Part of the cards.
and 28. Plus you said stealth, right?
I did.
What's that? 32, 33.
Wow.
33. So give me a brief moment. I will draw you a rough outline of what you're looking at. And I will swap us over really quickly to the Roll20 screen.
Okay.
So, this is what you're dealing with here, the overall layout of this. I know that this doesn't look like a whole lot to you, but allow me to explain.
Wireframe.
Wireframe. Here is just past the open entrance. We'll add another rectangle for the shits and giggles of it. After you enter past this sort of entryway, this long hall area, right, you're entered into a sort of, not like a waiting area, but people will likely be drinking here, making merry, rather than being in the center area where everyone is announced. This is where people will gather to drink, find their companions, and then enter together. This is sort of the preamble to the main dance hall.
Like a salon.
Kind of, yeah. After that, you can pass through, and this whole area, this whole square, I gesture with my hand as if you guys can see my hand. I love that. This whole blue square, this big blue square here, is an open space lined with tables at the edge, places to sit, places to drink. There are servants that will be going around and passing out refreshments and perhaps small snacks. The white area indicates the second floor awning. So this whole... Where's my drawing tool? We'll freehand the shit out of this. This whole circle up here is like a walkway. This will be like an awning people can access via various staircases and such. People can kind of overlook the dancers and the partygoers. Does that make sense?
That's the one that Edge or Nyoka and Ingrid were shown, right?
Correct.
The upper balconies. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
There are above all this, there are like, for example, over the salon there is an entryway that extends past over the salon, and you can kind of look out big, large windows over the front of the venue itself, as well as small balconies and such where you can kind of step out. And it's not like a big circle balcony like you dealt with the Queen of the Night, but it's more of your standard balcony. You step out and there's like the space for 2 or 3 people, and you kind of just sit and just kind of watch the world go by. Does that make sense?
Got little bougie tables set around it.
No tables on those balconies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, too small for those. Kind of just there for if you need air.
Heard.
Makes sense, Nyoka?
Sure.
Why do I picture Nyoka just Assassin's Creeding off of one of those balconies to take out a vampire?
There you go. That's kind of what you guys are dealing with.
I love it.
So, with your stealth roll, remind me again what it was?
It was
No.
33, right?
What'd you say?
What was the result of your stealth roll?
It was 33, I think. Yeah.
So, you may place your swords wherever you'd like them. In addition to the areas that are accessible to guests and such, you can choose to hide them in the upper rafters, as you had initially expressed interest in being at the highest point possible and being able to look down on everything, getting a bird's eye view of everything. There are... I guess traditional rafters would be an apt description. These large wooden pillars going across the sides of the top, maintaining structure and support.
Okay. You said I could choose to hide them in the rafters.
It's a choice of where you'd like to hide them, really, with your stealth roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hide them somewhat high.
Understood. Where at? Okay.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm missing a lot of info. Um, where the Raptors are.
Understood.
Yeah,
Sounds good?
sure.
You sound unsure of yourself.
No, it's just my connection is bad now, so it's like it's half of what you're saying.
Understood. If you need me to repeat anything, by all means.
No, there's Raptors. I'm hiding in the Raptors. Is it Raptors or Rafters?
Rafters.
Rafters. I prefer Raptors. I'm gonna hide them in the Raptors.
Understood. Hiding your swords in the prehistoric beasts. Got it. So we'll transition away from the Roll20 screen because it's just a drawing, and I'm so sorry. We shouldn't have to subject you guys to that.
It's all right.
So, Noko scopes the place out. You all dress. You adorn your weaponry. Cersei, I know where your dagger is. Ingrid, are you wearing your swords on your back?
Yes, she is going to have the swords strapped as best as she can to the dress. I assume she's going to have like Cersei kind of like spot to make sure like it's not like creasing anything too badly or making anything ruined. But there's also the fact that because I assume they're like, okay, how am I going to hide the dagger? How? Because you said the slit on the slit on the right leg isn't that big, right?
Goes up to about your mid thigh. Doesn't go all the way up to like your hip or your buttocks or anything like that.
Mid thigh. Considering everything, if she needs to, she could probably just hike that side of the dress up a little bit more to pull it out. So she probably would strap it to her thigh.
Understood. Nyoko, the question of where your weapons are has been answered, stored in the rafters. Are you dressing appropriately? Or is there anything else you're adding to this at all?
Said, are we dressing appropriately?
Are you dressing in the garments that the tailor had given you, or are you adding anything? Are you altering things?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why? Is there? Should I not? What?
We're expecting you to add like armor bits and stuff, considering everything you said on our way over.
No. Well, I mean, it was just mainly to expose skin. I mean, for the most part, it's kind of leathery, right? Cloth.
Yeah, for the most part, it's leathers and cloths, yes.
You could probably get away with putting some of your Under Armour under that.
Yeah, if I can do that, then I'll do that. But yeah.
Understood. So,
I didn't think about this, but I assume in combat, my during this, if combat does end up happening,
yeah, your stopping power is going to be non-existent.
Ooh, glass cannon.
So, our companions are prepared. They make their way over to the party itself. Already guests are lining up outside the doors, getting ready to be let in. You can see individuals are gathered. A lot of these individuals don't seem to understand that there was some last-minute changes. As such, they are being gifted bland, simple white masquerade masks. As our heroes approach the door and approach the entrance, this is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back very shortly to see what they have to look forward to. We'll see you very, very soon. Just a 5-minute break for tech and bio. And welcome back. Our heroes have made it finally to the party. Well, heroes, you are greeted much like my very poor drawing to an open hallway entrance where you can see increased security has surrounded the venue. Seems your words of advice did not go unheard by Villarad.
Good.
Guards are watching all the entryways, all possible windows and makeshift entryways and exitways. Guests are being screened a bit, not aggressively, but thoroughly. You arrive, and you make your way to the front. They look to you, and they have prepared the individuals manning the front entrance have prepared to pass off 3 simple white masks. They quickly withdraw them and they say, "Oh, weapons aren't to be permitted."
We are the guests of honor, and we have an agreement with Valorad.
You can see one of them whisper to the one that spoke and says, "Oh, my apologies. Please, by all means. You'll find a... Valorad will find you inside."
Thank you.
Can I have tried to sneak in?
By all means, you don't want to go in with your friends?
Yeah, no. I'm a ghost.
Understood. Let's have a dexterity stealth roll, please.
I'm gonna use some luck.
Oh, I forgot about luck.
Luck is a
That
thing.
replenishes at every session, right?
Every session.
Perfect.
I'm gonna use 3 luck. Nine plus 10, 19, 24, plus 3 is what? 7, 27.
27. You look over Cersei, Ingrid, and Yoka is gone.
Surprising, but not unexpected.
I guess he'll find us.
Shall we?
She'll nod and just start sauntering forward.
Ingrid will follow, going inside.
Yoka, where do you wish to be? You slip past the guards, scaling up to one of their blind spots in the corners. You can enter in through the balcony, or a higher window if you'd like.
Yeah.
To which one, Yoka?
I guess to the window.
Understood. High windows are meant to cast direct sunlight in. Gives you a little bit more of a difficulty in climbing. But, for you, not an issue. Cersei, Ingrid, you're entered past the hallway. You see guests lingering, sort of looking for other friends and other companions.
I am immediately looking around to see if there's anybody familiar.
Looking for
Yeah,
familiar
same.
faces.
Familiar from my scrying.
Let's have a intelligence awareness, please, from the both of you.
Uh, 16.
6. 19.
19. Both of you recognize some of the people here. Cersei, perhaps you catch a bit more familiar faces. Your shop is situated in a space that Pauper and King alike can have access to. But no sign of those you scried on yet. Not in the hallway. As you enter in the salon, you quickly overlook. Nobody. Nobody's of terrible interest.
Ingrid leans closer to Cersei and asks, Are any of the ones that you have seen here?
No.
Understood.
I will say the masks make things a bit difficult, ladies.
I wonder why.
We kind of stand out, don't we?
So, the mixture of masks, plain white and those that were able to hobble something together, it is a sea of strangers, or at least it should be. You enter into the salon area. Now, the two of you are going to be announced. Unless you stop it. Unless you make a considerable effort to tell the caller to keep silent.
Ingrid does not.
Mm-mm.
Do you remember the the special thing that Ingrid wanted to be called?
I had it written down. Stand by. If you want to send it to me over Discord, that'd be great. Just so I don't muck this up. Cersei, did you have any special requests for your calling? I don't believe you did.
No, just what she's normally called by in these situations. Cersei Aveline. Sorceress.
Second. I promise you, this is not a lot. I'm just trying to look up the actual name.
Not a problem.
I'm not going full Daenerys with this.
Nyoka. You have full view of the dance floor. You have full view, well, not full view, but you can see a good large portion of the second story, the sort of wraparound walkway area. I'd like an intelligence awareness from you as well, please.
Shadows.
Are you just shouting
Oh, that's
shadows, or
right.
is this at a building?
Oh, I'm looking for shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Just picturing,
Or lack thereof.
Yeah.
just picturing Nyoka shouting shadows random.
What did you want me to roll again?
Intelligence awareness, please.
Intelligence and awareness. Okay. I rolled a 7 plus intelligence is a 8. So a stat 15. And awareness is a 5. So what is that?
20.
Huh?
20 then.
Yeah, 20.
Excellent.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
You peek down through the rafters, looking for anyone who may or may not have a shadow, specifically keeping those in mind that do not contain one. It's difficult to see. It's difficult to watch. The blend of people that are dancing, that are moving, that are communicating, their shadows intermingle. But you haven't seen anything untoward yet. Are you in the rafters now, Nyoka? Or are you along the edge, watching along the second story walkway?
Will I be able to get into the rafters unseen?
With your stealth roll, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm approaching the rafters.
I would like you to make a second stealth roll for no particular reason at all.
You just said I was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my jeez, this is sabotage. This is that's what that was.
Just shenanigans.
Oh, you're good. With your roll. Okay, I'll do it. Let's make another one.
Viewers getting a little behind the scenes look of what intermission looks like.
It's true.
And I got an 8. It is Dex and stuff, right?
Please.
18. Plus 5 is 24.
24, thank you so much. You make it to the rafters.
Good to know. I'm just scoping the scene out. Looking for targets. Prey.
Looking for the targets.
You're not going to enjoy the party with us?
I'm on a mission.
So,
We're on a mission from God.
you are bearing witness, watching, keeping eyes out for targets. Cersei, Ingrid, do you step in?
Shall we make our appearance?
Of course.
Ingrid will offer Cersei her hand.
Cersei will take her arm.
Oh. Ingrid allows this, and as they walk in.
You are announced. I'm hereby honored to announce the arrival of Lady Cersei Aveline, sorceress of... Kind of leans over to you. The city, or just...
Famous wine.
Lady Sorceress of Vizima, accompanied by Ingrid of Sintra, the Lady of Herne Kadok. You see eyes drift up to where you are as you step down not a sizable staircase. You descend. You can see an individual wearing a simple white mask. Well, the plain white mask is more apt. Simple is not quite the proper description. It curves around his cheeks and dips down and continuing toward his chin. Wraps around the crown of his bald head. You can see Valorad very clearly has had a mask either made or on standby. He approaches and says, "Hello, I can see that you're missing one. Is he right?"
He's
He
here.
is
I didn't hear them announced. Was he
he's here.
He didn't want to be announced.
Okay, understandable. All right. Our guests of honor have not yet arrived, so just waiting on them, I suppose. We have guards stationed all around the entrances and exits. What exactly is your plan, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, ideally, to make sure nobody gets caught in any crossfire. Don't intend on setting the place on fire out of nowhere.
Right. We've also had some strange individuals coming up on the guest list as well. Well, that are not on the guest list, but they've been trying to gain entry.
So,
How strange, how so?
I think they may be your stock. I think.
what do
Looks
you
to
mean?
you, Ingrid.
Witchers?
Aye, they seemed. They said they were answering a call and that they were invited.
Did they have, and she'll point to her eyes.
I was difficult to tell. I didn't get a chance to look at them. With the security being as tight as it was, I had them sent to a waiting area, I suppose.
Perhaps that was Nyoka's +1.
Perhaps. That is very true. Though I am...
I don't see the harm in letting another Witcher in.
Well,
Very well.
That's the thing. You see, there are two.
There's
I
two.
feel like with your companion and Lady Ingrid, with 4 Witchers here, we might be giving ourselves away, don't you think?
Entirely
long
true.
as-
We should talk to them.
That is correct, yes. Let us, can you lead us to where they are?
Of course, yes. We'll have to, he steps with you, maneuvering along the tables, dodging questions and smiling politely to individuals. Nyoka, intelligence awareness roll, please.
Who's doing it?
That'd be you, my friend. Intelligence
Me?
awareness.
You wasn't even talking to me last.
Yeah.
You
Crazy.
you do this on purpose. You see I'm distracted, and then you ask me to do stuff. It's almost like
Does he have it out for you?
you said intelligence and
Awareness.
5 plus 8 is 13. Plus awareness is 18.
So a roll of 18.
Yeah.
Understood. You can very clearly see your companions moving through the crowd, moving past the dancers, being led by Velarad.
Okay.
What
I'll
you-
keep an eye on them.
What you don't witness until it's too late is something descend behind you and place a dagger to your throat. A voice speaks behind you. Now you can feel this all-encompassing presence. It says, "Don't tell me you've gotten bad at this." The dagger is pulled away.
I reach behind me to feel their head.
Faced with skin, perhaps feels like an indent, perhaps some sort of scar.
I remember that scar.
There's a small chuckle as he grips onto your shoulder, now placing himself on the same rafter as you. This large, hulking figure leans down and says, "Got your message."
On the wall. I didn't expect you to be here.
Told you I would be. I brought reluctant backup.
Reluctant. Okay. Well, I'm assuming nobody saw you.
Well, we tried to make our way inside officially, but getting told no has never been one of my favorite things to hear, so here I am.
Well, there's 2 on the floor. As I point with my eyes to Cersei and Ingrid. So they said that their guests haven't arrived yet. Or no, I didn't hear that, did I? Fuck. I haven't seen them yet. Save.
So no sign of your target.
No. Targets.
I suppose we wait then.
You been well?
He kind of just grunts, then looks at you and says, "You?"
And I'll sit there in silence, waiting, though internally there's comfort.
Letha does the same. Cersei, Ingrid, you were led by Valarad to a looks like a private room. There's comfort, there's cushions, and there is sort of lounged chairs and such. Valarad looks concerned, for the room is empty. He was here.
You said there were 2.
They were
I would
both
like to
here.
look- I would like to look around really quick to see if I notice any, like, sign that they were here and where they may have gone.
Let's have a roll. Let's call this any sign that they were here and sort of investigating the area. I'll say you can either intelligence awareness or let's see what we have for investigation. I would take human perception as well.
What's my perception at? Where's perception?
Human perception is under empathy.
Oh, human perception. Let's do awareness.
Understood.
That explodes. Yes, it's 15 plus 28.
28. Laser focused, Ingrid, you begin to investigate the area, looking for any sign of anyone else who may have been in the room. Nothing. There is a thin window, but you'd have to squeeze quite tightly to get through. Nothing except for a stray hair. Long and white.
Interesting. She's going to point out the hair, at the very least, to Cersei as she pulls it up. And she's just, I've definitely been here, but there's no other signs that I can see.
Elrod, what did these witchers look like?
It was difficult to understand them. It was difficult to see them. They wore hoods.
Did you see which animal was adorned on their necklace?
One of them bore. Well, one of them had kept it tucked in to his. They weren't exactly dressed for the occasion. One of them kept them tucked in to his leathers, very clearly wearing armor. And the other bore a symbol. I think it might have been a jackal or some sort of wolf, coyote of some sort.
Wolf school. Interesting. Long white hair. This could be a few people, but do I have any inclination of who this might be?
I think you have two ideas.
Gotcha. Well, if they're who I think they are, we are fine. They're most likely here somewhere. For now, let us trust them, because we have more worrisome things coming.
Fair enough.
The caller announces some far-off lord, some visitor from an outward land. Velorad turns toward the door and just looks back to you and says, "Right, well, they're not going to cause problems, are they? Is it going to be... Well, you've got this under control. I'm putting my faith in you, yes?"
Absolutely.
Ingrid will just nod.
Right,
We'll
understood.
take care of it.
Another announcement. Guests are arriving in more frequency.
We should probably make our way back out, just so we do not miss the ones that we are looking
Ones
for.
that matter.
Yes. Shall we return to the...
Absolutely.
All right. We make our way there.
Understood. Edge, are you still with us?
I am now.
Excellent.
I love that it froze on Edge's shocked face for
Yeah.
a second there.
If there is like downtime, I would kind of give Lefto an update about Colgrim.
Understood. How do you bring this up? How do you breach the topic?
These are the same group that killed Master Colgrim. Found his body in the ruins.
That's unfortunate. He was a fine warrior.
Oh. Brex is dead,
Good.
and the other one is in pieces, I guess.
In pieces.
Yeah. Doing a little experimenting, I guess.
I take it you gave Colgrim a fond farewell.
Of course.
Good. That leaves you and me, Yoko. Maybe one other.
You think so?
I don't believe anyone is dead until I see their body. Or at least somebody I know has seen their body.
That's fair. Who'd you bring?
You remember the White Wolf?
Oh no, Geralt's here.
Yeah, I remember him and his sorceress.
Well, they were preoccupied. But I did bring his master.
Oh.
He's not happy to be here.
It's appreciated.
We're supposed to be rendezvousing with another as well.
What's that?
Supposed to be rendezvousing with another as well.
Other.
Sorceress by the name of Marigold.
Not familiar.
She's decent enough for a sorceress.
Guess we'll have to see.
What about yours? What are they like?
Daddy, I like it where it is.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, it's a snake.
yeah.
Well, one's a sorceress. Actually helped us clear out a couple of vampires.
Is that right?
Oh, I think he froze again.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
Another is a bear cub, actually.
Bear. Thought they were all extinct.
This one,
Daddy's in the house. Yeah. And
I'm sure you'll notice. She's not too quiet.
Well, she sure has to be something to have survived the trials.
Her skill is there. Her magic is where she shines.
Maybe in another life could have been a sorceress.
Say that again.
Maybe in another life she could have been a sorceress.
Yeah.
Cersei, Ingrid, and Yoka, an announcement of another group of individuals, followed shortly by another announcement of a single individual, the sorceress Triss Marigold.
Considering the fact that I've been watching Geralt for very specific reasons every so often, listening out for him and stuff, would this name ring a bell to me?
I would say Triss brings a bell. She's kind of all over the place.
That's definitely fair.
I imagine I would at least know of
Oh,
her as
absolutely.
well. Yeah.
I would say you may have had interactions.
Triss is here?
Triss is here. What is she doing here?
She wears a green gown. Cersei, Ingrid, and Yoka. Green accented by blues. Some off gold trim. Perhaps just meant to be yellow. Simple. It's elegant. It's not really gaudy. She's beautiful nonetheless. Her red hair worn loose, covering the exposed shoulders that her dress allows.
Just a little bit. Ingrid breezes up a little bit, and does Cersei still have Ingrid by the arm?
Not currently.
Ingrid does freeze up for a second, maybe stops in her step as she looks towards Triss, and she whispers, "White hair, Triss Marigold. Geralt might be here."
Who?
The White Wolf, Geralt of Rivia's possibility of one of the Witchers. She's leaning close to her so she can whisper this.
Okay. That's a good thing, right?
Strength wise, yes.
Okay. Well, good.
Okay. Shall we make our introductions to Triss?
Absolutely. I need to catch up.
From across the room, another announcement is made. But Triss already seems to have taken notice of you, Cersei. Her eyes dart to you as she smiles at another and greets another one of the guests. She definitely saw you, definitely looked towards you.
Busy. She'll come. Don't want to interrupt.
Very well.
Ingrid, Cersei, you're getting looks from other guests and partygoers. Perhaps it's because of the make of your gowns. Perhaps it's the fact that you have not yet introduced yourself to anyone else in the party.
The looks are actually, like, even under the parts of her mask that she's wearing, her pale flesh is starting to blush at the looks. And then she'll be like, "Is this what it's like?"
Yes. Cersei would start waving and bowing her head at people who were staring or waving.
What do I do?
Wave. Or don't.
Whatever you do, Ingrid, you must do it quickly, as you are being approached by
Oh.
different individuals that wish to make your acquaintance. With the friendly wave and smile from Cersei, it's an invitation to most. They make their way to you, introducing themselves, various titles, various achievements and accolades. They're all quite polite, doing the dance. Cersei, you're used to this. Ingrid, you are unfortunately not quite as adept.
I've dealt with nobles reluctantly, and I've had to be at parties and at least one ball before, but nothing like this where she's actually dressed up and a main part of the party. She's used to being there as like an arm or a show of strength, or yeah. So yes.
One individual comes up to you, Ingrid, as others are greeting and introducing themselves. One is quite bold. Dark hair, maybe a half a foot shorter than you are.
Does he cast a shadow?
You see that he does indeed look like as if he's casting a shadow.
Okay.
The brief moments alone where his shadow stands alone, you can see very clearly it's touched to his feet. He approaches you, cutting through the individuals that have been making introductions and asking who you might be and how long you've been in the city. He cuts very clearly. Excuse me. Lady Ingrid of Sintra.
Yes. That is me.
You may not remember me. That's perfectly fine. Might I have a dance?
I'm She looks towards Cersei for a second. Okay.
Human
Sure.
perception, ladies.
7 plus empathy, which is 7, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Math. 21.
Ooh.
21 and a 17. Ingrid, I'm thinking that perhaps being asked to dance is something you're not used to. You're a bit distracted from this. Cersei, however, she was not introduced as Ingrid of Sintra.
Ingrid, of course you should dance. But who might she be taking the arm of, if I may ask? Cersei, Aveline.
Lady Aveline, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. He gives a small bow. Forgive me. I was briefly Baron in one of the Cintran held territories.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
We just Wilson now. We'll do just fine.
Kind of look him up and down. Wilson, it is. Pleasure to meet you.
He's relatively athletically built. Wears no mask as he's kind of holding off to the side. It almost looks like it's one of those masks that's on a stick. You would just hold up to his face. But he has very light brown eyes. He's perhaps in his mid-30s. Short brown hair. Doesn't look threatening, really.
Okay, does the name, hearing the name, does that ring a bell for me?
I would say let's have a roll from you. Given the state of things, I'm going to call this... Let's call this... Let's call this social etiquette, as weird as it sounds.
Okay, at least I have something in that. It's 2, but it's something. So it's 2 plus... 9 plus 9, 18.
18. No memory of Baron Wilson. But then again, things changed non-stop in Sintra.
I do apologize that I do not remember you. There's a lot that happened in Sintra around those times.
It's quite all right. I remember you.
Very well.
But please, forgive me for being so bold. You can see that the individuals that are surrounding the two of you, Cersei and Ingrid, these other individuals are watching this interaction quite carefully. He says, I would still, if it so pleases you, like to have this dance.
Of course. Yes. That'll be fine. And then she will offer her hand to him.
He takes it and gives a small nod and bow to you, Cersei, and begins to lead her to the dance floor.
She will say to him as she walks, in the dances that I have been a part of, I have led, so I am a bit rusty. Do forgive me.
Well, if it makes you more comfortable, I have never led any dances, so if you would like to either subtly or not so subtly lead, I am at your disposal.
She will nod a few times. Understood.
Two of you begin to dance.
and she will try to subtly lead.
Understood. Nyoko, watching things, you hear announcements after announcements. Eventually, you see someone without a shadow. Long, dark hair, tied up back into a ponytail, wearing a simple white mask. You don't recall him being announced. You can see him drifting, introducing himself, making acquaintances, doing the political dance.
Shadow.
Otho looks. What's your plan of action? We're taking him here and now? We're waiting for the others to arrive.
Mhm. You ever fought the higher kind before?
Not that I can recall. Though if I'm being honest, I'm keen to find out.
One is more than enough to kill us all. I actually don't know, like out of character. I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna wait.
While you reflect, while you wait, while you strategize, Cersei, you are bombarded by requests to dance. You are bombarded by individuals making their acquaintance. You can see Triss across the room, dealing with quite the same. The political dance, the sorcerer's tango, as it's sometimes called. When you see another of your kind, another of your companions, another that you perhaps learned with, is to not make not to make your way to them right away. But as you are moving, so is Triss. Slowly you work your way toward one another. Eventually you hear her. Lady Cersei Aveline, Sorceress of Vizima.
Lady Triss Marigold. An honor to see you again.
A true blessing it is to see you as well, darling.
How have you been?
I'm doing quite well. She takes your hands, making considerable effort to reach underneath your long sleeves to find your fingers, then pulls you in and kisses your cheek.
I allow this and do it back.
As she kisses your second cheek, she says, I've brought a Witcher. She pulls away very quickly. How are you finding your evening so far?
Oh, much the same as... Well, you know how these things usually go. Hasn't gotten interesting quite yet.
Yes, I'm surprised to see our guest of honor is not arrived yet.
Fashionably late, I imagine.
Though from what I understand, you are something of a guest of honor yourself. Congratulations.
Why, thank you. Yes, cleaning up the ruins of Vizima warrants such a title, I suppose.
Yes, and there are rumors that you uncovered a plot of some sort. Nilfgaard was involved, I hear.
That's right, yes. Yes, we took care of that, me and my unlikely companions.
Do you think there will be a war?
Do I think there will be a war? Unfortunately, I wouldn't be shocked if there wasn't. If there was, rather.
Most unfortunate. Well, enough about all of that. How have you found your time in Vizima?
It's been very nice, actually. I have my little store. Been serving all walks of life. It's very nice. Very nice to meet all the people here.
As she speaks, Cersei, or as you speak, Cersei, she maneuvers her fingers, folding them underneath her own sleeves, listening intently, or so it would seem. You feel a press on the corners of your mind. Do you allow this to enter?
Yes.
Vesemir, master of the Witcher School of the Wolf, is here.
Interesting choice. I think that should be incredibly helpful. I thought it was just going to be us three.
Let's have a performance roll from you, Cersei, as you attempt to speak niceties and social etiquette nonsense while maintaining conversation fully in form of telepathy.
Could I argue social etiquette?
I will hear an argument for social etiquette.
I just think I am being socially very lot of etiquette right now. Doing the dance.
Doing the dance?
Yeah, doing the dance.
Okay, by all
Playing
means,
the game, as they would
Cersei,
say in Orlais.
do the little dancey dance.
Okay. The 10 and 20.
20. To the rest of the world, it seems as if you are discussing your travels, your experiences, your time at Aretusa, though that even in of itself is more lightly touched. Asked about old friends, things like that. To you and Triss, however, telepathic communication has been made, a link has been given, and you may continue. What do you say, telepathically, Cersei?
Do you know what we're up against?
Vesemir was dispersed a letter. Vampires are here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what was cleaned up from the ruins. 2 of them. There's more, and they'll be here.
Understood. Any indication, any description, perhaps?
The first thing to look for is the lack of a shadow.
I see. Understood.
Could I describe to her all the people that I've seen?
You absolutely may, and at the speed of thought, you may absolutely do so.
I do that.
I think I saw them outside. They should be arriving very shortly.
Excellent. Well, be careful, and should be with all of us together. I feel much better about this. I have to.
Indeed. Well, I'll keep my individuals at the ready.
And I'll keep mine.
Who are yours? Was the woman with you?
Yes,
she a warrior?
that is. Is she a warrior? A bear school witcher, if you could believe it.
I thought they were extinct.
Well, there's always one. Rumors are just that, rumors.
Fair enough. Well, I won't keep you. Best to spread out, mingle.
Mm-hmm.
You do have some friends that were asking about you.
Might that be?
Well, I'm not sure if friends covers it, really. Your old teacher made some contact.
Aurelia did. Did she...
So
What did
you
she
don't
need?
deny it. You do view her as your teacher. I always knew.
What can I say? Very, very close mentorship.
She always favored you.
I wouldn't say favored.
Many others would.
Oh, that's on them, I suppose. Did she need something? What was she asking about?
Well, she was actually asking if you needed something. It seems you reached out and she was unable. We are dealing with quite a lot ourselves.
Yes, I
Though,
heard.
so we're recalling some of our more able-bodied individuals, if you know what I mean.
Yes. What for?
One tragedy at a time, I suppose, Cersei, but Aretusa is, I think, in danger.
Cersei shifts a little. Okay. Well, as soon as this is taken care of, I will, if they'll have me, I will pay a visit.
I look forward to seeing you. Your old, never really was able to pin down your relationship with her either, though. Companion? Rival? I suppose. She smiles, but you can feel as if the telepathic link that you two have formed. There's a bit of an unseen grin here as well.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Yennefer, darling. She's making quite a name for herself in secret circles as well. But she has been asked to return as well for the coming festivities, we'll call them.
Interesting. Well, it'll be a little reunion then.
Bad
Shows
things
better
happen when we all get
circumstances.
together.
That's what they say.
It's never for a joyous occasion.
No.
But I won't keep you. I'll
Right.
keep my line open, as it were. If you find anything, I'll be drifting.
Likewise. It was so good to see you again.
Yes, it was so lovely. You look amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Wusold, here in Vizima.
It was
Here.
sold.
Yes, he's perfect. Makes everything to my exact specifications.
I'll have to pay him a visit.
Please do.
But I won't keep you all to myself. You can see, as you two have been discussing things, people have been keeping back a bit, but sort of waiting to interject, waiting to jump in, waiting for dances and things. She says, I won't keep you all to myself. You have quite the line of admirers, dear.
It seems that way. Well, hopefully I'll be able to see you again tonight.
Absolutely. Save me a dance.
Absolutely. And I'll do a small curtsy and go to my flock.
She replies in kind. Nyoka, have you given any thought to what you are to do?
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm gonna wait. Because the person that is there isn't the one I recognize, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna wait. Though when we do attack, we have to do it fast. But yeah, they're working with them.
Understood. Ingrid.
Wait, I didn't finish.
Oh, I apologize. Continue, please.
I'm telling Lefto about the white frost.
Oh, I see. Continue.
They're working with the I can't remember the name. Somebody save me.
The Wild Hunt?
The Wild Hunt. Yeah.
Say again, Nyoka.
They're working with the Wild Hunt. So if we act, we gotta do it fast.
Letho looks at you, his eyes fixed on you now. What do you mean they're working with them?
They found Kogram there was one of their kind summoning, so to speak, or at least I assume, trying to build a connection to the Wild Hunt. I felt him. I saw him. He saw me.
Then
They,
they are a bigger danger than you let on.
Yeah.
They saw you.
and they have supposedly a whole entourage of vampires working with them.
To what end? We need one alive.
Well, I said I got one in pieces. Not exactly sure how long it'll take for him to regenerate.
I do believe Elodie told us that it was going to take probably about like 100 years or something like that for him to.
Less than that.
Less than that?
Mm-hmm. Letha speaks and says, I don't have time to wait. We need to take one of these alive. We'll get information with what we can. Another announcement. Individuals arrive. The dance hall is being filled quite thoroughly. You see another individual, Nyoka, with no shadow, drifting. A woman. Pale red hair, almost strawberry blonde. She wears an ornate gray mask. It curves into mocked horns of a devil.
I start giving them. I basically open up. I give them everything I know, honestly. Powers, lethality, all that stuff. I want them as prepared as possible.
Well, if you give him everything, Yoka, after you continue the information onslaught, he asks you. You did very well to learn all this. But how?
Well, there's only supposedly there's only one way to truly kill one, and that's by one of their own.
How did you learn all this?
Mm. By one that wants to see him dead as much as I.
You're in contact with one of them.
Not one of them, but of their kind, yes.
Things certainly have changed then.
Unlikely times calls for unlikely allies. We both know how that goes.
Ingrid,
Mm-hmm.
you're dancing. This individual is being led by you. Every once in a while, you can see a smile across his face as he nearly trips. After the dance is over, he gives a bow. Says, it was an honor, my lady.
She's going to do an awkward little curtsy, or her attempt at a curtsy. Nearly fumbles, but then catches herself. The honor was mine. What was his name? This is out of character.
Wilson.
The honor was mine. Wilson. It is good, even if I do not remember you, to see someone from Sintra as well.
Likewise. You've made my trip here all the worthwhile, lady.
I am glad. Where do you call home now, if I may ask?
I'm advisor to some small lord. Matters of state. I bounced back, as it were.
Yeah. As you undoubtedly know from the state of my school and from the state of Sintra, we must all adapt to the changing times in our own ways. But I have never forgotten my second home.
And through that, Sindra lives on through us all.
Indeed. Be well and be safe.
You as
If you
well.
need me, you know how to find me.
Nods. Another quickly takes his place, Ingrid. This is
Oh, hello.
a thinner gentleman. Lithe form. Wears a lot of frills and pomp. He approaches almost strutting up to you. Wipes his hand through his hair. It's loose, touching just the back of his neck. It's a light brown with, you can see subtle hints of gray already starting to set in. He's about a foot shorter than you. He gives a deep bow and holds out his hand while muttering into the floor during his bow, asking for a dance.
Of course, sure. And she will once again do an awkward curtsy in return and take the hand. And who are you?
Smiles up to you past the simple white mask. He speaks, and he says, let's dispense with titles for the evening, shall we? Would that be alright with you?
A name is a name and a title is a title, sure. I do not see what is the issue.
Orvald, you may call me.
Does the name ring any bells?
It does not.
Okay. Ingrid.
He smiles again and says, Ingrid, might I have this dance?
As this conversation is going, she is quickly looking to see if he has a shadow.
Intelligence awareness. The dance floor is filling.
Oh, it really is, isn't it? Okay. $21.
21. There is no shadow, Ingrid.
She freezes for a moment, but doesn't let that stop her. She will dance. Well, what brings you to Vizima?
An inspection, actually. He takes your hand, and he begins to lead you, Ingrid, on a dance. It's an awkward change-up.
Is he leading?
He is.
Definitely awkward then. Ingrid's never been led before. Is Cersei in sight?
You can see Cersei in sight. You can see a gentleman approaching her, dark hair, tied back into a ponytail, wearing a simple black mask, not unlike her own, but it covers more of the face and extends down past his cheeks. It covers the the forehead as well, leaving small glimpses of the skin underneath. His back is to you now. She is being asked to dance.
Is Cersei's sight within? Like, could she, if she was looking past the person, could she see me?
Looking past the person, I'm not sure. Let's see. Cersei,
Mm-hmm.
intelligence and awareness, please. Let's see if you're keeping track of Ingrid.
Okay.
While we're at it, Nyoka as well, if you would kindly, keeping track of your allies.
24.
Ooh, nice.
What did you want me to roll again?
Intelligence awareness, Nyoka. Cersei, you caught a glimpse of Ingrid. Now the individual is encompassing your frame. He gives a small bow and says, "Might I ask you for a dance?"
Of course.
Takes his hand and begins to lead you onto the dance floor, Cersei. He's relatively broad-shouldered, strong, wears dark fabrics with white trim. There is a necklace or a chain of some sort that goes around his neck that dips into his clothing. His hand is gentle but gloved. A firm grip on your fingers as he leads you to the dance floor. Nyoka.
20.
20. You keep sight of Ingrid and Cersei. You can see them moving, dancing. Ingrid.
Yep.
Go ahead, Nyoka. Apologies. Sorry.
I was gonna say, do I see them dancing with vampires?
What was the result of your intelligence awareness?
The latest one, 20.
20. I'd say not quite yet. Or at the very least, you wouldn't be able to see Ingrid and her companion's lack of a shadow.
Okay.
Ingrid, as she awkwardly is dancing or starting to dance, she's going to try to see if she can meet Cersei's gaze for a moment. And if she does, she's going to just wink.
Cersei, you're being led.
Cersei is real into this dance.
Ingrid.
Okay. And mentally, she's like, okay. Damn. Where do you hail from, if I may ask? She's asking if they dance as they dance.
We're to be hired protection from Anne Cardock, my benefactor. I hesitate to call him master. I don't really care for the term. I shall be arriving quite shortly.
This dress does. This dress is off the shoulder, right? Or it just shows off the shoulders.
Yes.
Okay. So the scar on her neck from the bite would show still. Okay. Heron Kaduk, you speak of my home, my first home.
Ah, you know it.
Yes, it is where the Bear School of Witchers used to be.
Yes, such a terrible tragedy. We are honored to continue on their legacy in slaying of monsters and protecting of the innocent.
It's a shame you will not do as such a good job as the Witchers would, considering.
Well, I've heard that their skill is to be unmatched, uncomparable. We do our best.
Perhaps I should come and do an inspection of Heron Kaduk at some point in the near future. See if it is up to spec, so to say.
Well, we would love to have you.
I'm sure. When will your master be here?
He should be here quite shortly. He looks around, looking for any indication of time. Says,
Can I tell that he's like, if he's like verbally leading me on?
I'll describe, what do you mean by verbally reading you on?
Can I tell if he knows that I know?
Yes, let's have some deduction rolls. This will be intelligence deduction. While you make that roll, Cersei,
Mm-hmm.
individual who's dancing with you, is
That explodes.
relatively silent.
What is your name, stranger?
29.
29. Thank you. Keep that in mind. I may forget. I will likely forget with my goldfish brain. The individual you speak with, Cersei, dances and he says, I'm far more concerned with who you are, darling.
Cersei Aveline.
Sorceress.
How could you tell?
By your announcement, my dear.
Mm. I am so intrigued to know who I am dancing with, now that I've introduced myself.
I only wish that He pauses. He keeps dancing silently. Cersei, it's intriguing. He doesn't answer your question, but his eyes watch you from behind the mask, sizing you up. Do you ask any more questions? Do you speak any further?
Where do you hail from, stranger?
Too far to describe. Lost me now, really?
You're well traveled.
I would certainly say I would hope to describe myself as well traveled, yes.
Very good.
And you?
Not as much as I'd like to be.
Perhaps we can fix that. Ingrid, the result of your roll, please.
29.
29. He doesn't seem to recognize you as a Witcher. He doesn't seem to recognize you at all, really.
Okay. So as this is pretty much Ingrid's first time being led in a dance, she's obviously very awkward. She's gonna be stumbling here and there, apologizing when that ever does happen. And then she's going to feign a slip a bit, pushing herself forward. Not exactly a full-on headbutt, but she wants to attempt to press the top of her mask against his forehead.
You do this.
This with the silver lining.
He pulls back. Just
Oh, I am sorry. This is admittedly my first time being led in a dance.
well, if you'd like, you may lead. I'm very versatile, darling.
She grips him very, very firmly, like almost full Witcher strength firmly. Which of course he's probably not going to notice too much of. And then we'll start. She was being subtle with the other guy. Now she is full on leading this dance, or attempting to.
Understood. He makes a few noises as you grip him and sort of begin to spin and twirl along the dance floor. He says, "You're very good at leading, though."
I have had practice in the past. Work with nobles. It came in handy to learn.
Well, it shows. I'm terribly sorry. I confess I needed to be clearer. You are part of my inspection. You understand that, correct?
How so?
Well, Valerad says that there are heroes to guard this place on his own, that our services are not required. I'm here to assess you and your companions, the individuals he's announced as his heroes of Vizima.
What does Heron Kaduk have anything to do with Vizima? You are mercenaries, if not anything else.
Oh,
Are you not?
we loathe the term, my dear. We are hired help, contracted through various governments and kingdoms. We have been contracted as such to guard yours.
So you are a group of trained soldiers, hired, paid gold for their services. Is that not the definition of a mercenary?
Perhaps we still loathe the word.
Very understandable. I, too, have had several different names given to me over the I'm so sorry. Let me collect myself for a second. I'm surprised you have not noticed, considering everything I said. Look into my eyes.
For the first time, begins to just stare into your eyes. Oh. Oh, I see.
I have not made a habit of hiding it.
I see. You are lovely. So much more unexpected than we anticipated.
She's actually taken aback there for a quick second. There's a moment of hesitation. Cheeks flushing again in a situation she is not used to. Especially getting compliments like that. I do not know if lovely is the word that I would use, but...
Oh, it is a word I would use over and over 10 times over.
Mentally, Ingrid is thinking, I now understand Cersei. But, whew. Okay. So you can see this city is in capable hands.
I do indeed. Up until recently, we were under the impression that it was not. It was left for the wolves, as it were.
Not wolves, but definitely at least a bear.
Quite so.
Says.
Well, when my master arrives, I'll have to introduce you. Surely you'll put his mind at ease, and then he can pass along the information. We don't need to be here if we're not needed.
I would love, she grits her teeth a little bit, to meet your master.
I'll arrange what I can. Continue your dance.
Mm-hmm.
Nyoka, at this point with your previous roles, you can certainly see that Ingrid is dancing with a creature.
Does Nyoka see her awkward headbutt and...
I would certainly say so.
Oh. That's a total of what? 2 now?
2 indeed.
Should be 1 more. Or at least as far as we know. Right?
Indeed. Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
Individual dancing with you smiles. Up until this point, it's been very pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
The move is yours next.
I'll try to glance and see if there's a shadow.
Intelligence deduction, please. Well, intelligence awareness or intelligence deduction in this case.
Oh, perfect.
All of a sudden, it's like freaking Helsing, and nobody has a shadow.
20.
20. He does have a shadow,
Oh, he does.
but it is wrong.
Oh.
It is not connected properly. It drifts after him. Just a fraction of a centimeter behind his every move. An illusion, Cersei.
Are you sure you don't want to share your name, stranger? Not before I depart?
Do you plan to depart?
From this dance, eventually.
I have a feeling I'd see you again.
Then I should know your name so I know what to call you by.
He opens his mouth to speak, and then there is fanfare. For every announcement, there's been just a subtle clearing of the throat, and then an announcement of names and voice. For this, a trumpet is sounded, and the caller speaks. Welcome guests of the city of Izima, so on and so forth. It continues a speech of sort to announced. You know that this is going to be the guests of honor, Cersei. The individuals you're searching for. The Burgrave of Harenkaduk. But your companion, who dances with you, who would cease dancing with you, speaks and says, disgusting, don't you think?
It is quite a lot.
Ingrid, your companion is turning, smiling now, gripping your arm. Here he comes.
Ingrid is dead staring towards where the fanfare is happening.
Yoko, where do you find your eyes?
You said there's a dude being introduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the guest of honor.
I guess I want to look more into the crowd to actually see, to give a semblance of who knows or not.
Understood.
I will be going for my blades, though.
Understood. The announcement is underway. Cersei, your companion, speaks again, as does yours, Ingrid. Ingrid, yours is excited. Titles and all these accolades. When he walks through that room, he looks to you, Ingrid, and says, you'll understand that no title could really encompass him. Cersei, your dancing partner, explains, so much power given to simple words, meaningless titles and empty accolades. Pathetic, really.
Be that as it may. Such is the way. Unless it was changed.
Don't you think?
Then...
Especially something like you. He turns now fully away. Sorceress. Now there's a word that commands real power.
You flatter me, stranger.
You speak only truth.
Do you have any titles that you loathe?
Just one. He gives a slight bow. As the fanfare reaches an end, Ingrid, the words announced, the Burgrave of Harenkaduk. An individual steps forward. Tall, dark hair, wearing no mask, A jawline that could cut glass. A large man. Perhaps 6'7". Maybe 6'8". His hair tied back. He is announced as the Burgrave of Hankadok. But that is not Renwick. It is the larger man that Cersei described when she scryed. You can see the individual next to you even begins to frown. This was not the plan.
Even Ingrid, in that moment, having heard the title, but then noticing that she's taken aback, and instead of saying it in her head, she says, "Is he?"
Nyoka, you can see now as well. This is not the individual you had faced the night prior. He's too large in stature. You never got quite a good look at his face due to the flames that Ingrid had spewed. Cersei, the individual, bows, brings up, and removes his mask. I am Brenwick, Burgrave of Hankadok, and betrothed to your little fling. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Miss Aveline.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
My God.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I had a feeling too, but I wasn't sure until, like, oh God.
Well done, everyone.
Well done yourself. Thank you for running this game.
Yes, thank you very much.
My
So
face
good.
is warm.
Yeah, are y'all faces not sweating?
This mask is exceedingly uncomfortable.
Really? Am I the only one that has like an exceptionally comfortable mask that like fits their face?
No, it
And,
fits
like, the
well. It's just like very warm after you take it off. You realize it like
Sweating.
Huh, interesting. No, mine like it's probably the material too, because it's kind of like it has like metal parts to it, so like it's kind of cool to the touch. It's self-cooling.
self-cooling. Well done, guys. Well done. Well, that's the. I love the bounce. That like Edge is just constantly shaking. I love that.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
laptop fix.
Well done, guys. Well done. We will begin. We'll pick up next week. With right where we left off, with Renwick revealed, his servants dispersed amongst the crowd. One of them, right by Ingrid, looking very upset because he wasn't in on the plan. Nyoka with a bird's eye view, and we'll see what happens next.
I do want you to know, like, one of the things that I was thinking about doing, but I decided against it, was the moment that not Renwick showed up, I was going to have Ingrid reach down and grab her dagger and then try to throw it.
Do it.
She stopped when she realized it wasn't him.
Or
That
is it?
blade's
Excellent. So let's before we do any announcements, let's go ahead and get this giveaway underway. We have abandoned Nightbot in favor of just sort of creating a wheel.
Nightbot betrayed us.
Yes.
Nightbot did indeed betray us.
Mhm.
We don't need. So tell me what you need from me. Azure.
Honestly, it might just. Do you have Excel on your computer?
I do.
Can you open it, because it's just like downloads from me as flat text,
Yeah,
and it's all chunked together.
not a problem.
So probably the easiest way to go about this is just have it numbered in Excel, and then just do a random number generator.
Copy that. Okay, so we've got 1 through 12. I've removed the rolling nomads from it. So
Does it really count yourself as a subscriber?
it does for some
It
fucking
does.
reason.
That's very weird.
So I can see we're still going off of just the subs as well. If we hit one of us, we'll go ahead and re-roll, but we'll go ahead and give you guys something special as well in mind. So, to keep this fair, let's have, you know what? We'll do it on the roll 20 screen. That's what we'll do. We'll just roll 20 dice.
Like roll 20 dice hasn't betrayed us all at some point.
That's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. All right, so let me relaunch this. I fucked this up so bad.
Nah, it's all good. This is our first giveaway. This is our first real giveaway too. And also, I just want to shout out the fact that we do have over 100 followers now.
We do.
All right, we'll transition over to that real quick. Oh no, we gotta get the thing. Meow. There we go. We'll go ahead and just do that. There we go. So on that roll 20 screen, let's see, who wants to do the honors of rolling the roll 20? It'll be a D12 since there are 12 people, 12 subscribers.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it. You have the best
Shit.
roll luck.
I have the worst rolling luck. What is it? / roll?
Yeah, or you can just go over like hit the little macro button things.
Oh, that's so true. Oh my god, where? I don't roll dice in this. Okay, it's fine. Eight.
Jesus Christ, rigged. Druid by night.
Me! Oh my god! I have the best luck.
All right, so we'll keep that. We'll note that down. Go ahead and roll again. Let's get it to someone who's not up.
4.
Rigged as fuck. The Azure Butterfly.
Woo!
Roll again. Jesus Christ.
1.
Risky Reds. Congratulations.
Hey.
That's going to be going over to Risky Reds. We'll reach out to you for the information. We'll give you the codes. Yeah, but we appreciate that so much. Congratulations. We're very excited for you. As for Azure and Druid by night, we'll get you something special. I say as if you guys aren't right here right now. We'll get you guys something special because you guys did pop up on the roll at the very least. Yeah, whenever we do a giveaway, it'll be a little less scuffed. But yeah, we appreciate you guys so much, and thank you guys for getting us to over 100. Yeah, it's been really lovely.
This is amazing.
We're also officially, as of this stream, up to 106.
Look at us go.
We are sitting at 106. Love that. Yeah. Let's swap back over to our main screen. There we go. Look at that. We're professional. But we'll get you that card. I'll reach out to get your info and to send you the codes and such. We got physical cards, yeah, so we can just pass along the codes.
Yeah, we can just pass on the codes. I'll get those out. It had to be done in 2 because the stores that I went to refused to have just the single 50s in stock. And when I tried to do the digital one from Steam, it forced me to select the person I was trying to give it to. So I was like, oh, okay.
Love that. But yeah, congratulations again, Risky Reds. Thanks for being a subscriber for so long. We appreciate you. And yeah, to everyone else, thank you for subscribing and all that good stuff. Well, this won't be the last one of these that we do. Just stay tuned. We'll be doing a little more of these as time goes on. But announcements, things, promotions. Let's begin with Cersei Aveline.
I don't really got a whole lot. I'm Druid by night. I stream at Druid by night Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on Tuesdays I stream at Gehenna Gaming. That's me. You should follow me. I do giveaways sometimes. That's me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll do a shout out for you as well in the chat. Azure, I got it. Don't worry about it. Azure, you're up.
Hello, everybody. I am the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. I'm a Fae Butterfly on the internet. I do a lot of VTubing and CamTubing. And yeah, you can find me here at theazurebutterfly.ttv or any of the socials at the Azure Butter 1 or Azure Butter 1, respectively. I'm going to start doing some giveaways because I think this is a really cool idea. I'm going to start doing some more things in the future. I have a lot of plans. just needed the time off work and stuff to actually be able to make some of these reality. You can find me at the Ezra Butterfly on twitch.tv on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and I do horror game streaming either by myself or sometimes with any of the Ways of Old cast who are available to join that day. Streaming horror games on Thursdays here at the Rolling Nomads, and we have Witcher Ways of Old here on Fridays.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you so much. Edge. Hello?
Yes, please.
Hi, my name's Edge. I play Nyoka, just like I did this morning or at the intro. The only other thing I'm in is Hunter at the moment, which will be going in a couple hours, right?
About an hour and a half, yeah. Sweet. Thank you so much. We'll throw you a shout out as well, just so they can stalk you. Sick. We appreciate you guys so much. I, of course, have been your game master, Gilbert Ramos, as I am usually the game master for the Rolling Nomads. It's been fantastic. Thank you guys so much. And once again, congratulations to our giveaway winner. We'll get in touch with you very, very shortly. For that, you could... Oh, Nomads things. Rolling Nomads, you can find us over on Twitter, @_Rolling Nomads. It starts with our late starts. Our giveaways now that we've done a thing. Our late starts, our giveaways, our canceled programming, our new programming, all that good stuff over on our Twitter, @_Rolling Nomads. You can find us right here at twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. That's where our schedule is at. I've added some sound alert things for whenever Azure's doing her gaming stuff. And it even went through and added bit sounds and such like that. Now all we need to be real people is joke's on you, I don't hear it. I disable the sound during tabletop games. Get wrecked.
I tried.
Yeah, but now you can spend your channel points rather than just hoarding them, because I have 30,000 for no reason. I also increased the price of the channel point sound alerts, so sorry, Sap, no more spamming, oof. But yeah,
I'm looking at all these, and I appreciate you so damn much for all these ones that you put here. I am excited, and I'm taking notes.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. For our gaming streams, we can add stuff. Now all we need to be real people is emotes. That'll be great. I'm so sorry, Sap. Forgive me. Yeah, our Twitch schedule's up to date. All our good stuff. These episodes go up every 4 days after the original air date. So with this being up on Friday, this will be up on Tuesday. On our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Rolling Nomads, where you'll find all of our Witcher, our Hunter, our Book of Saints, all that good stuff on our YouTube. Sweet.
And I also would like to say that I am still working on the website. I just haven't had the time or energy in the past while, but it is coming.
Excellent. We appreciate you guys so much. We will see you guys next Friday, same time, same place, same heroes. See you then.